Hi, friends. So, you may know that I started making my home jellies. Some other ways you might refer to them is gel. Here are the things that I'm starting with. I'm starting with some organic golden flax. It doesn't have to be golden flax. It can be other flaxseed. I'm also starting with some horsetail that I'm going to use and infusion it with my water because it's in season. Some St. John's wort, also some marjoram, thyme, and rosemary. Excellent for hair growth, for stimulation, and also nutrition. And St. John's wort is as the same, and also is called in its other name the demon chaser. So keeping bad energy away from my hair, my scalp, that's important, friend. Also, some infused aloe as well. So we're going to get started and grab your utensils, grab your toolkit, and let's go. So it's been about 30 minutes. So I'm going to do a light strain on this horsetail and then go ahead and add flaxseed to it. I've added the flaxseed and I had it for the horsetail at a very low temperature just because I cook everything on low temp, but then also because of the silicone that's in it, I wanted to be very gentle with it. I am turning it up, gonna turn it up to like a medium, a low medium. And see where that takes us for a bit, and we'll gradually increase it maybe up to an actual medium to the 3 in a bit, but we're going to start it here and slowly heat up the flax as well. Now when it's at a light boil, so I moved it to 2, but it's at a light boil, now I'm going to do my first strain, and I like to do my strain a fine mesh like this, and I like to do it over a bowl, and then I put it into the funnel from here. So let's go ahead and do our first strain. Get all the goo, so I go ahead and do this, get all the gelatinous first pass off, let it strain through, push it through. All right, so I didn't get a lot on that one, but you can see it coming through the bottom. So we're going to strain that or scrape that to get that to go in the bowl. And it tells me I need a little bit more water. So I'm going to do even more water this time. And each time you're going to kind of be doing a mild reduction, pouring the liquid off of the reduction, adding more water to it, and reducing it again. So I'm putting it back in here. And then I'm going to add more water because, like I said, it's very gelatinous. Needs a little bit more. And by the way, after I finish this, I make a nice cracker out of this afterwards. So we don't throw away the flax. We don't waste here. So I'll show you how you can quickly make some flax crackers with what's left, and also, yeah, have a lovely snack. So I had poured some water before. Let's start with that water. I think I'm going to do even more water. And I use filtered water. Filtered or distilled water will work good. And originally I had just enough. I used about a 1/3 cup of flaxseed, and I had just enough tea, horsetail tea, and water to cover it, maybe like a quarter of an inch over the flax. And I'm gonna kind of see how we can make sure, because you don't want it too liquidy, but you also don't want it too viscous. And what I had before was a little too viscous. It didn't have enough water for it to actually strain through and then kind of solidify over time. So that's what we're kind of figuring out our ratios through, like, you know, watching, seeing how we can adjust, and using our discernment and judgment. And hope you do the same. It's ready, friend. Okay, let's go ahead and do our second pour. This is our second pour after adding a lot of liquid to the first one, which was mostly the horsetail infusion. The first one was all that. So let's get all this out. And we're gonna keep reducing this down. So we got this second pour. Let this be strained. Get this out of the way. And again, this is pretty thick. It's coming through at the bottom. So I'm going to scrape that. And it's letting me know even more water and even more gelatinous. Probably going to go ahead and rinse off my strainer so it's got access as well. See what can come through by giving it a swirl. You can see all that. And it's okay, I don't mind. I like having thicker and also some of the thinner consistency mixed together. Helps find a good balance in between. So as I'm catching up with my rhythm and remembering how to make this, it's thicker. And we'll get to the thinner consistencies of it as we go along. So all this is left in here. We're going to put this back in the pot and go for our third rinse, or our third reduction. Hi, okay, so now that we have this, it's cooled down a tad bit. I've replenished my water for my fourth pour, and let me show you how much we got. And you can see the consistency. It's very thick, gelatinous, but it's also got good texture. So remember, this started with a third cup of flaxseed. Got that going in there. And at the bottom, I put in the aloe. I put the aloe at the bottom with some oils, as we talked about. That's what you see in there. I'll mix that up. So it makes a lot. We're going to make we're going to fill this mason jar. And then what I do is I use it throughout the week. I'll put enough in here to style my hair, moisturize my hair, condition my hair, lay the edges, whatever we're going to do with it. And keep the main one in the fridge the whole time. So I think it's important. Especially when you're having things, preservatives like rosemary in it, it can last even longer. So have a nice amount of rosemary and some other oils that can help extend it last time, but typically I keep it for about a month. I've even kept it up to a month and a half, and it works delicious, smells delicious, and the hair grows and is nurtured. So anyway, we'll keep going. Okay, fourth pour. Puts us about halfway full, and we got plenty more to go.